Time for the money-making segment. 4-team moneyline parlay, the 4TMP. Right? Rolls off the tongue. And we start with the Bengals over the Panthers. It's time. Defense, step up against Andy Dalton. Please. Please. It's time. You're not going 0-4. You're not losing the Panthers. I beg of you. It's just not happening. I don't believe it. Bengals are minus like 200 right now. Come on. Bengals, you're my first leg. Do this for me. It's time. It's time. It's enough. You said it. Steelers on the road over Colts. Richardson looks bad since week 2. Steelers defense looks amazing. Good luck. Steelers win. Bills over the Ravens. I said it as my upset pick. Like it. I love it. Ravens defense bad. Alice is a menace. Allen is a menace in September. Bad matchup. Lastly, Monday Nighter. Lions take down the undefeated Seahawks. To hell with Eli's stupid upset. Run the ball and dominate if you're going to be the 1 seed, as I believe. Beat the solid Seahawks team. Take down that defense. I know they're well coached. Kenneth Walker may be back. Doesn't scare me. Lions. Oh, they're in the dome. Give me that. Lions. Laporta injury worries me a tiny bit, but they're barely using him. Feed Amon-Ra. Feed that run game. Feed Gibbs. Feed Montgomery like you did last week against Arizona. In Arizona. Dominate time of possession. That is my 4-team moneyline parlay. $10 to win 81. Bounce back week.
I like it. I think my parlay is similar, but I don't have any problems with that. I don't know. Besides the fact that I'm just wrong all the time this year about money lines.
A lot of stay away games for me this week. A lot.
I don't have that issue, honestly. You want me to tell you my parlay?
Please.
Steelers over Colts. We've established that it's correct.
Done. That's right.
Niners over Pats. That one's, I feel like that's pretty right as well. Then the good ones. We got the Vikings over the Packers, baby. I'm so in on these Vikings this week. I don't know why. I'm deep into these Vikings this week.
Scary. Put on all your
and
eggs
then
in one
to round
basket.
it out, we have the Jets over the Broncos. And that is $10 wins you $59.77. Book it.
I'm definitely worried about that Vikings-Packers game, as already said. Yeah, Niners bounce back against Patriots. Freebie. I just stayed away because I wanted to juice my odds a little bit for that one. I'm not worried about the Patriots winning that game by any means. Jets, I like that. Freebie. Against Denver, how are the Broncos realistically going to score? I don't really know. I think this will be kind of a defensive game. This is a do not watch sort of game.
Avert your gaze.
Yeah. Hashtag avert your gaze. I don't care. I don't care. Other games I've looked at, Commanders-Cardinals, that is wildly exciting to me on paper, but I have no idea who's going to win. So I'm staying away from that. Browns-Raiders.
Raiders all day.
I think the Raiders are going to win too, but only because they're at home.
But they get shit kicked by last week. I don't know. Their coach did something in the league. Yeah, that's why.
I am worried about their coach at this point. He's like, they asked about Gardner Minshew being the starter, and he's like, I have to talk to the players. It's like, you're the head coach. So that's a little.
Who's the other option?
Aiden O'Connell.
Gardner Minshew beat the Ravens.
You have to start Gardner, obviously, but what is he doing? Like, what is he talking about? I don't get that one. Titans, Dolphins. Dolphins are starting Skylar Thompson probably, but
he's also questionable.
Titans suck. Yeah, what if they start Huntley? I think he gives them a better chance to win. Titans suck though, so I could see them blowing this game. They're horrible. That's a stay away for me. If I were to lean one way, I'd probably lean Titans, but still. Chiefs, Chargers, I get it. Herbert is injured, but I think he'll be back. And Chiefs are playing badly. Like they're due for a loss at any point here. So there's a lot of stayaways here for me. Eagles, Bucks?
I'm going with the Bucks.
Really?
Eagles got a lucky win. Bucks on a bounce back.
I lean Eagles, but stay away. Look, all of these, I don't like them. There's 3 more that I could go through, but I'm just horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Talk about those picks maybe next week. Now, sticking with making money, it is time for the Almost Sunday Touchdown Parlay, otherwise known as the what?
ASTDP.
ASTDP, thank you, rolls off the tongue.
ASTDP.
ASTDP. Last week, Eli took Mike Evans, and you took Kamara. I believed in Alvin big time. Not Mike, though. Not Mike, since I literally said he was going to get cuffed by Surtain. But neither worked. I took good old Marvin Harrison. He didn't do much that game, but he did get a touchdown. So In the end, I was right, but the whole parlay was already cooked. So we got to make it up this week. So far, we were good the first 2 weeks. Our ASTDP hit. That's really hard to say. Hit those first 2 weeks, but third week.
ASTDP.
Yeah, saying the sentence fast. It's not easy, okay? But don't see, now you're thinking of a sentence. See, already that's tough. So it doesn't roll off the tongue. I'm going to try to keep us rolling here. I'm taking Zach Moss over the Panthers. Come on now. Zach Moss, I was down on him coming into this season, but he's been better than I thought. It doesn't look like Chase Brown is taking his number one spot anytime soon. So Zach Moss played well for the Bengals. A couple touchdowns here and there, a couple 2-point conversion assists. I do think that he's going to be good for the Bengals in this week at least. Panthers suck. Just get the ball inside the 5. Give it to Zach Moss. Touchdown. Call it a day.
I don't hate it. The Bengals scare me, but they score a lot of points, so go Bengals. I'm going with Breece Hall on the Broncos. He's a machine. Catches touchdowns, runs in touchdowns. Breece Hall, look it.
They're starting to give Allen, the other running back, a lot of snaps, and it's really pissing me off because I have Breece Hall in fantasy. But yeah, that one worries me a little bit.
Fresher Breece, you know.
I would lean towards yes. And Eli has taken Aaron Jones over the pack. Now, I actually like this pick so much that I try to use it, but it turns out that Eli claimed it first, and I didn't realize that. So I love this one. Packers, as usual, are not great against the run. Aaron Jones against his old team, right?
Do we know the odds of this ASTDP?
I believe it is 10 to win about 59, I want to say.
That's quite good.
We'll add the odds to the screen, maybe. Okay, Joel, you know what it's time for?
I believe I might.
It is time for you to keep rolling here. Joel's Sunday spread. Yeah, it's been rough these past 2 weeks, hasn't it?
I think we actually have to get the ball rolling once more.
Yeah.
I think the ball started rolling, and then it reached the crest of the hill and wearied a little bit.
It's been a bumpy road for everyone's spreads, but as our Sunday spread master,
alrighty. Yes,
time.
This past week 3, Sunday spread, 2-3. Not very good. I got fucked by the Vikings on the Texans. I took the Texans. I took the Chargers. Justin Herbert's ankle just didn't want to give me that one. Buccaneers -6.5 versus Broncos. Yikes. And then Lions -3.5 versus Cardinals. Right. And Chiefs -4.5 versus Falcons. Correct. So, all right. I got some great picks this week. Honestly, might come all the way back into the positives. Steelers -1.5 at Colts. Those Steelers are gonna ride into Indy with their terrible towels, and they're gonna skull fuck these fucking Colts. Happening. Then right after that, we got the Vikings +2.5 at the Packers. I've said it a billion times. I'm so high on these Vikings this week. That defense is going to confuse Malik Willis. I do think it'll be a close game, but ultimately, I believe in the Vikings right now. Bengals -3.5 at Panthers. This is more like a if they get any worse, their season's over, and I don't think they're like that. So I'm throwing some money at the Bengals here, -3.5 against arguably the worst team in football, the second worst, if you, them or the Giants, one of the two. Then Cardinals -3 versus Commanders. Lucas, you called this a stay away. I'm thinking that the Cardinals are pretty good at offense, and their defense is better than the Bengals. So that should be enough to beat the Commies. I don't know. I like Jonathan Gannon as a coach. And then to round it all out, the best pick of all, Bills +2.5 at Ravens. I believe in the Bills. I think the Ravens did their best to lose that game last week in the second half. I still think that the Bills are the better team.
Okay. I definitely think this is a bounce back week. Bills versus Ravens. Like it. I love it. Already talked about that. Steelers versus Colts. I think that's pretty free. Definitely going to be betting on both those teams this week. Bengals -3.5 versus Panthers. Yeah, betting that spread. Definitely. Love that. Vikings +2.5 versus the Pack. I told you already, I'm terrified of this one. I have no clue. I'm done betting against these Packers for now. They're scary. They're weird. LaFleur's just he's somehow figuring it out. You know, Malik Willis is running for 80 yards, and Jacobs is running, and then the backup running back, Eric Wilson, is running. I don't know. I feel like they could run on the Vikings. Can they throw on the Vikings? Doubt it. if they get in a long yardage situation, they're not converting shit. That one scares me. I would definitely stay away from that one. I don't hate it because Vikings do look like the better team. I don't like it. Cardinals -3 versus Commanders. I weirdly lean Commanders. Oh, maybe I'm just traumatized by what they did on Monday night here, but Jaden Daniels, he's going to win Rookie of the Year, right? Like, I was super high on Caleb Williams coming into the season. I thought he was going to win it going away. That ain't happening. He doesn't look like the best,
3 weeks, but still.
but it's not happening. He doesn't look like the best quarterback, let alone the best rookie. So that's definitely not happening.
Cliff Kingsbury's offense is looking pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah. Now, here's one thing about his offenses, even going back to college. They always start off really well, and then they tank. So he definitely has an adjustment problem. He's great at catching people off guard, but then things go sideways real fast. When is that going to happen? I don't know. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes. I just don't know when. Do I think it's going to happen against the Cardinals? I don't think so. I think they're going to keep rolling against Cardinals. Zach Ertz, nice third down weapon. McLaurin, he's awesome. They're going to keep things rolling here, I think. I think they're going to win this game flat out against the Cardinals, so I don't like this one. But hey, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And I like most of the things you got going on here.